From Kourianka Kilcher being charged with disability fraud to Kevin Costner and Taylor Sheridan not getting along on set. Here's why Yellowstone is such a controversial show. You'll be surprised to know that the cast's actions away from the cameras are just as interesting as they're on the ranch. Take Kourianka Kilchers, for instance, who found herself in the middle of a messy legal battle. After watching Kourianka play a kick-ass mysterious attorney in the show, fans became curious and decided to dig into her private life. And guess what they found? Kilcher was accused of insurance fraud in 2022. It's hard to believe, right? She was charged with 2 felony counts of workers' compensation fraud. Let me give you a rundown of what went down. In 2018, Kilcher claimed that while she was filming Dora and the Lost City of Gold, she injured her right shoulder and neck. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? Well, the actress then saw a doctor a few times that year, but eventually stopped treatment and ghosted her insurance company. In 2019, she reached back out to the insurance company and said she needed more treatment. Kourianka then told her doctor that her injuries had left her unable to work for a year. Because of this, she was able to claim a whopping $90,000 in disability benefits. But here's where our favorite TV show comes in. An investigation revealed that Kilcher was actually working on Yellowstone during that time. You can't be working and say you can't work. That's very suspicious and unlawful. In February 2023, the court let her off the hook and all charges against her were dropped. It was really strange, but you guys want to know what's even stranger? Luke Grimes quit True Blood out of nowhere. Back in 2013, Grimes starred in the hit show for 6 episodes as James Kent before mysteriously dropping out. Obviously, fans couldn't help but ask questions about his sudden exit. HBO then released a statement in which they said it was due to the creative direction of the character. At the time, everyone believed it, and the matter was brushed under the carpet. But then, in 2014, BuzzFeed dropped a bomb. A source close to the actor revealed to them that Luke actually left because he wasn't cool with his character's upcoming gay romance. Turns out, the actor is homophobic. We all know that the industry doesn't roll with that kind of attitude. Fans understood that Grimes is a devout Christian. But let's be real, he must have known what his role was about when he signed up. Did he not go through the script? To no one's surprise, his publicist immediately jumped to his defense and claimed that the departure was actually due to scheduling conflicts. Yeah, right. As if that could fool fans. Even his co-star Nelson Ellis didn't hold back when he was asked about this controversial departure. Ellis said that Grimes made a pretty damaging statement by leaving the show because of this, and how it was going to have a ripple effect. He even questioned Luke about what would happen if his future children came out as gay. Would he have the same reaction? There's definitely some bad blood here. This isn't the only time someone from the cast has been homophobic. Back in 2022, Sam Elliott came under fire for the same exact reason. During an interview, Sam went on an explicit-filled rant about how the Oscar-nominated film The Power of the Dog was a complete piece of Sam didn't stop there. He went on to insult the director of the film, Jane Campion. He said, and I quote, "What does this woman from down there, New Zealand, know about the American West? Being sexist is definitely not a good look to have, Sam." What's more, Elliott explained that the fact the movie had allusions of homosexuality and the fact that it was filmed in New Zealand rubbed him the wrong way. All in all, Sam didn't like how the Westerners were portrayed in the movie. If given the opportunity, he would have definitely made some major changes. After the interview came out, these comments didn't sit too well with the fans who called out the actor for it. Someone clearly knocked some sense into Sam, probably his publicist, because later on at a Deadline event, he ended up apologizing for what he had said. But the damage was done. Speaking of damage, I have to talk about Kelsey Aspill's heritage controversy, which almost put the show in danger. Before Kelsey starred as John Dutton's daughter-in-law in the show, she played a young Native American woman in Taylor's 2017 film, Wind River. Back then, nobody questioned it. It was only when she shot to fame as Monica Dutton that fans started to ask questions about her heritage. In 2014, the New York Times said that the actress was actually Taiwanese, British, and Eastern Band Cherokee. But they also added that she didn't grow up in an indigenous community. Kelsey herself said in an interview that her role in Wind River felt like it was in her blood. Turns out, it wasn't the whole truth. A Native American actor, Adam Beach, took to Instagram to call out Yellowstone for this casting decision. He explained that there were serious concerns over Kelsey's heritage and that someone else should be given the role. Not just that, but another Native actor-producer, Sonny Skyhawk, took matters into his own hands and made inquiries to the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians tribal nation. Guess what he found out? There was no record of Asville anywhere. The casting landed the show in hot water, so much so that fans even started a campaign to boycott it. Kelsey has never addressed questions about her heritage. Clearly, the cast of Yellowstone has a hard time staying out of trouble. Remember the time when none of them showed up at Paley Fest? Okay, I'll admit, some did show up. But trust me when I say it was a terrible day to be a Yellowstone fan. Let me give you guys a rundown of what happened. In April 2023, the show made its Paley Fest debut. It was a pretty hyped-up debut, and fans were promised a special screening followed by a Q&A session with the main cast. But things didn't exactly go down like that. All of the main cast members dropped out. Everyone, including Kevin Costner, Kelly Riley, and Wes Bentley. That too, hours before the event was supposed to take place. Even Taylor Sheridan didn't make an appearance. Talk about an awkward situation. The only actors who did end up on the stage were Josh Lucas, Don Olivieri, Wendy Moniz, and Moses Brings Plenty, and they were immediately bombarded with questions about the drama surrounding Kevin's departure. But they had no answers. Moses did say that all of the team respects Kevin a lot. Get this, the special screening I talked about earlier, that was simply a rerun of the series' most recent episode. To say that fans were left disappointed would be the understatement of the century. Especially when you get to know that fans only learned about this no-show when they took their seats. The whole debut was a big mess. But let's be honest, no other controversy has destroyed Yellowstone like all the rumors about Taylor and Kevin not getting along. Paramount pulled the plug on the show because of this. Unless you've thrown your phone in the Pacific Ocean, you must have heard about all the fights Kevin and Taylor have been having ever since filming for Season 5 started. From plot lines to scheduling, these two can't agree on anything. Kevin seems to think that Sheridan has developed a god complex, and Taylor can't stand the fact that Costner criticizes his plot lines constantly. All this drama has been causing some major delays in filming too. It's gotten to a point where Costner is now refusing to come back on set. But his fights with Sheridan aren't the only reason behind this. Turns out, the head of the Dutton family is ready to hang up his hat. According to sources, Costner has had enough of Yellowstone's boring old plots and is now looking forward to filming his own Western project, Horizon. That meant clearing up his schedule, which is exactly what he's doing by exiting the show. Obviously, the fans were disappointed when they got to know that Season 5 would be the last. But let's be honest, there's nothing anyone can do when the main lead of the show is threatening to walk away. So there you have it. From Kevin Costner and Taylor Sheridan not getting along on set, to Kyo Orianka Kilcher being charged with disability fraud. That was why Yellowstone is such a controversial show.